First top headlines. Minister Letpao Haukib calls for separate state, won't return to Valley. No land of its own cannot demand separate state or autonomy, Manipur and Paumai. And media to cease work if internet ban not lifted, says Amju and EGM. Hello and welcome to ELITETV's 3 p.m. English News. I'm your host Deemita. Before giving you the news, we requested to follow the SOP given by the government to wear face masks in public, wash hands regularly and maintain a minimum of 6 feet between one person and another. ELITETV also requested to get vaccinated in time to protect ourselves from this virus and play your part in the fight against COVID-19. Now the news in detail. Horticulture Minister Letpao Haukib has said that he will not return to the valley, that Meitei has meticulously planned to clean travels from valley area. No officials or politicians want to return to the valley again. He said this during an exclusive interview with a national media. He further said he has been attacked twice and his houses had been burned, though security personnel, only BSF personnel came and rescued him. Letpao also mentioned that according to Article 371C, Valley and general public are not allowed to settle in the hills, and the Hill Area Committee and the Governor Order are required to perform anything in the hill area, and Meitei wants to remove tribals from the valley area due to land issues. The tribals don't have security in the valley area. He would prefer stay up to date but will not able return in valley. On the other hand, he also stressed that there are currently 7 BJP legislators, 2 from KPA, Kuki People Alliance and 1 independent who has called for a separate state. There are 20 tribal legislators who will also sign the letter demanding a separate state because people will force them to, he added. President of All Jeliarong Organization, Manipur Paumai, has said that a community which has no land of its own cannot demand separate administrations or autonomy. He said this during a press meet held at office of the organization yesterday. He further said one should understand which community can demand separate administration. Separate state autonomy can only be demanded by those communities who have their own land, and clarified that the Jeliarong community is neither interested in pursuing demand for separate administration nor support any such demand. While observing that the present humanitarian crisis in the state might have occurred due to a certain misunderstanding, he stressed the need to restoring peace, normalcy and strengthening fraternal bond by authorities of both the communities in conflict. Raising unreasonable demand is something achievable, he cautioned, and added that any community pursuing such demand should have roots in the history of the land. A high-level security and coordination meeting was held in Imphal yesterday to discuss the prevailing situation in Manipur, which was devastated by the recent ethnic violence that claimed over 70 lives and left over 1,800 houses and a huge number of government and private properties destroyed. Defense sources said that the security coordination meeting was held at the 1st Manipur Rifles Complex and attended by senior officers of all central and state forces deployed in Manipur. The meeting discussed the restoration of complete peace in Manipur. The army has undertaken multi-pronged strategies, including maintaining the highest vigil along the state's 400-kilometer and forged border with Myanmar. All Manipur Working Journalists Union AMJU and Editors Guild Manipur EGM on Wednesday drew the attention of the government to lift the internet ban and for the clearance of national highway for transporting press materials. The statement jointly issued by AMJU and EGM stated that the ban on internet services in Manipur due to present law and order situation has severely impacted the working of all media houses, both print and electronics. The print media are running out of newsprint and other printing materials due to blockade of the national highways of Manipur by agitators, and as of now, several truckloads of newsprint are stuck at Mao, it mentioned. It appealed to the government to authorize the immediate reconnections of internet services, which was available at the Directorate of Information and Public Relations (DIPR), Government of Manipur, and Manipur Press Club, and also to lift internet ban on media houses. The AMJU and EGM have decided to cease work from today onwards if no visible action is taken immediately, it added. In view of the current situation in the state as a result of the recent communal clash between two communities of the state, the government must try to bring back peace and normalcy in the state so that we can live in peace and harmony like in the past. This statement was made by convener of Laningthau Amudon Development Section of Youth Bijoy Angom. This statement was made at a sit-in protest held at Uripok Sanam Lekai by Uripok Sanam Lekai Mayalub in association with Laningthau Amudon Development Section of Youth spearheaded by Kokomi. He further stated that people of the different communities have been living in peace for time immemorial, and now a certain community is trying to break up the integrity of the state. People should get united and condemn their demands, and said that the people of the locality will stay with Kokomi in all their endeavors.
Matamda ningtamba phawktaba mayam asi akhoi leibiriba lebaki mapi mapa oibasingsina hairiba thokliba thokdok wathok sing asi tangdu leitaba hanagi akhoi iramdamsida punna nuksi sanana lemina pachingmi tami punamangna amatoina leminaraga aleleta tanaduna hairiba iramdam asi ingtappa ukching khojen timba tinaba jati punamangna leiba iramdam ama oihennabage pandamna khoi ngasi sidin protest phangthok sabani loina akhoi iramdam sida leiriba akhoi ingtapna lejeriba jati punamangna furuk kuntha nithoi humdoina pullaga leiriba iramdam sida kanagumma kharana akhoi iramdam asibu mache tanaba silakba khudimakse akhoi praja punamangna leje manana lekai sina iramdam sina tholakpa loina kokomina sangjalakpa khongjam khudimakta lekai sina su akhoi sagatchagani habise akhoi chena akhoi lekai sina puna apunbagi phire amoina akhoi haji lepaga lejeri habise thamjagi.
The Union Public Service Commission (UPSC) has decided to offer alternative centers to the candidates who were allotted a center in Manipur's Imphal for the Civil Services Preliminary Examination scheduled on May 28. The center change option will be available to such candidates through an interactive voice response system (IVRS) facility, an official statement issued by the UPSC said. A message in this regard will be sent to each candidate on his or her mobile number registration with the Commission. The candidates must use a registered mobile number to avail this facility through IVRS, it said. After carefully reviewing the situation in the state of Manipur in consultations with the state administration, the Commission has decided to offer alternate centers to the candidates of the Imphal Manipur Center of the Civil Services Preliminary Examination 2023, the statement said. The alternative centers are Aizol, Mizoram, Kohima, Nagaland, Shillong, Meghalaya, Dispur, Assam, Jorhat, Assam, Kolkata, West Bengal and Delhi, it said. Following a memorandum submitted by 10 Cookies MLAs demanding separate administration for the Kuki and its kindred tribes, 34 MLAs from BJP and its aligned partners submitted a 3-point demand to the central government on Wednesday. Immediate withdrawal or suspension of Operation Sioux agreement signed with the Kuki armed groups is one of the 3 demands mentioned in the joint memorandum of the 34 MLAs. So said, the 34 MLAs includes Mau MLA El Dingko Pungyar, MLA Laisio Kaising Tamenglong, MLA Janghemlung Panmei Tamai MLA Awungbo Nyumai, Jingai MLA Kasim Bashum Karong MLA Jed Kumo Saha, and Ukrul MLA Ram Muiva from among Naga community, and Lilong MLA MD Abdul Nasir and Ketrigao MLA MD Nur Hassan, who belong to the Meitei Pangal community. The Meitei MLAs are Thongju MLA Bishwajit, Y. Khemjan Singjamai, L. Rameshwar Kairao, S. Rajen Lamsang, R.K. Mo Sagolban, T.H. Arun Kumar Wangkai, K.H. Ibomcha Lamlai, H. Dingo Sekmai, Nishikan Sapam Kaishamthong, T.H. Shanti Moirang, K. Govinda Bishnupur, T.H. Basanta Nambol, Sapam Keba Patsoi, K.H. Joy Kishan Thangmeban, Dr. S. Ranjan Konthojam, L. Susindro Kurai, Dr. U. Diben Wabagai, K. Robindro Mayang Infal, K.H. Local Wangoi, S. Premchan Kumbi Ailin Nalini Oinam, S. KB Nauria Pakhanglakpa, T.H. Shyam Kumar Andro, and Thanga MLA T. Robindro. The three demands raised by the 34 MLAs are development of adequate security in Amore and Churachandpur and other areas of the state in order to ensure adequate security to all people of all communities. Immediate withdrawal of a SU agreement signed with the armed Kuki groups by the central government and deployment of central security forces in sensitive areas of the state. The memorandum was submitted to the Union Home Minister through Manipur Security Advisor Kuldip Singh on Wednesday. Mention may be made that after the violence broke out in state on 3rd May, after a tribal solidarity march turned violent in Churachandpur district, the central government sent Kuldip Singh as a security advisor to the government of Manipur on May 4th. On the next day, Chief Minister N. Biren chaired a joint meeting at Council of Ministers, MLAs, senior officials of BSF, CRPF, AR and Intelligence at the Chief Minister's Secretariat to discuss measures and strategies to control the violence. Later, on May 13, 10 Kuki MLAs issued a joint press release demanding a separate administration, and then on May 15, they submitted a memorandum to the Union Home Minister Amit Shah with the same demand while alleging Meitei community of carrying out ethnic cleansing of the Kuki tribe. And now let's take a short break. Stay tuned for more updates.
Babina Diagnostics Manipur da ihan hanba oina ingsok lisingamaga chamapal marifuhumdoi da linkhatki. Masina awang nongpok Bharat da yamna pak chawna miyoi bagi ana layeng da darkar lakpa makhal kaya ki changyeng sing pangthoi. Mayamdugi marakta amatang pallabada radiological investigation su mai pak na pangthokli. Wana hona jaba miyoi bagi sebani khana angamba thakta laibak thiraba ana ayek nanglaba kayagi mating pangjaba si sakhang biduna awang nongpokta ihan hanba oina NABL gi accreditation pibiraki. Miyam gi pothafam ngainafam testofam report lawfam gi awaba du kokhanduna changfam hangfam pothafam gari parking cafeteria yauna marang kaina leizaraba unit ama oina miyam gi seba tawjari. Unit asida thamjariba matamgi darkar oirakpa equipment singdi 1.5 Tesla MRI, 128 slice CT scanner, mammography, DEXA scanner, digital X-ray, loinana hematology, clinical chemistry, amadi clinical pathology, immunology, microbiology, molecular biology, amasung immunohistochemistry studies ki masing yamlaba automated analyzers.
Welcome you all to UNACO School Channel Imphal East, an exclusive co-educational residential school located on a sprawling 50 acres campus just 24 km away from Imphal city. The school will be affiliated to CBSE New Delhi. Academic session will begin on 1st April 2023 for classes 4 to 8. Registration commit meesen open for 2023 and 24 session.
Welcome back again. You're watching ELITETV's 3 p.m. English News. Kiran Rijiju has been shuffled out from his post as Union Law Minister and is being replaced by Arjun Ram Meghwal. The outgoing minister has been assigned Earth Sciences instead. Apart from assuming independent charge as Minister of State in the Law and Justice Ministry, Arjun Ram will also retain his existing portfolios of Parliamentary Affairs and as Minister of Cultures. Arjun Ram is MP from Rajasthan. The order on changed portfolios was issued by the Rashtrapati Bhavan. There arose several controversies during Kiran Rijiju's stint with regard to appointment of judges. Rijiju constantly criticized the collegium system on different fronts, including appointment of judges. As per report, there is no real shuffle of cabinet, only Kiran Rijiju has been held out. He had taken charge as Law Minister in July of 2021. Karnataka Congress Chief D.K. Shivkumar's brother D.K. Suresh on Thursday said he is not entirely happy after Siddaramaiah was named as Karnataka Chief Minister. Suresh, who is a Congress MP, added that Shivkumar accepted the decision in the interest of the people of Karnataka. He wanted Chief Minister post for Shivkumar, but it didn't happen. He will wait and see, he added. At least 4 persons were killed and 14 others received injuries when a speeding private bus collided head-on with a truck near Magsi town in Madhya Pradesh, Sajapur district on Thursday morning, a police official said. The accident took place at around 5 a.m. when the victims were on their way to Ahmedabad from Jalan district in Uttar Pradesh to attend a marriage function. Magsi police station in charge Gopal Singh Chauhan said. The bus collided with a truck near Donta village in Sajapur, he said. 4 persons were killed in the incident. The deceased included 2 women and a minor, the official said. The injured persons were rushed to Ujjain for treatment, he added. A U.S. court has consented to the Indian request to the U.S. government for the extraditions of Pakistani origin Canadian businessman Tahawar Rana to India, where he is sought for his involvement in 2008 Mumbai terror attack. A U.S. court has consented to the Indian request to the U.S. government for the extraditions of Pakistani origin Canadian business Tahawar Rana to India, where he is sought for the involvement in 2008 Mumbai terror attack. On June 10, 2020, India filed a complaint seeking the provisional arrest of 62-year-old Rana with a view towards extradition. The Biden administration had supported and approved the extraditions of Rana to India. The court has reviewed and considered all of the documents submitted in support of and in opposition of the request and has considered the arguments presented at the hearing. Judge Jacqueline Guzalin, U.S. Magistrate Judge of the U.S. District Court, Central District of California, said in a 48-page court order dated May 16, which was released on May 17. Based on such review and considerations and for the reason discussed herein, the court makes the findings set forth below and certifies to the Secretary of the State of the United States the extraditability of Rana on the charged offences that are the subject of the request, the judge wrote. Rana was arrested in the U.S. on an extradition request by India for his role in these attacks. The National Investigation Agency is probing into his role in the 26/11 attacks carried out by Pakistan-based Lashkar-e-Taiba terrorists in 2008. The NIA has said that it is ready to initiate proceedings to bring him to India through diplomatic channels. During court hearing, U.S. government attorneys argued that Rana was aware that his childhood friend, Pakistani-American David Coleman Hadley, was involved with Lashkar-e-Taiba elite and that by assisting Hadley and affording him cover for his activities, he was supporting the terrorist organization and its associates. Rana knew of Hadley's meeting, what was discussed, and the planning of the attacks, including some of the targets. The U.S. government asserted that Rana was part of the conspiracy and there is probable cause that he committed the substantive crime of commission of a terrorist act. Rana's attorney, on the other hand, opposed extradition. On June 10, 2020, India filed a complaint seeking the provisional arrest of 62-year-old Rana with a view towards extraditions. The Biden administration had supported and approved the extraditions of Rana to India. The court has reviewed and considered all the documents submitted in support of and in opposition of the request and has considered the arguments presented at the hearing. Based on such review and considerations and for the reason discussed herein, the court makes the findings set forth below and certifies to the Secretary of the State of the United States the extraditability of Rana on the charged offense that are the subject of the request, the judge wrote. A total of 166 people, including 6 Americans, were killed in the 2008 Mumbai terror attacks in which 10 Pakistani terrorists led a more than 60-hour siege, attacking and killing people at iconic and vital locations of Mumbai. Because members of the conspiracy committed acts resulting in death with the intentions of causing death or at a minimum committed those acts knowing its imminent dangers, there is sufficient evidence that the elements of murder would be satisfied, federal prosecutors said. There is an extradition treaty in place between India and the United States. The judge ruled that extradition of Rana to India is fully under jurisdiction of the treaty. India, the judge said, has issued an arrest warrant and charged Rana with the following offense on which the U.S. is proceeding. A. Conspiracy to wage war to commit murder, to commit forgery for the purpose of cheating, to use as genuine as forged documents or electronic record, and to commit a terrorist act. B. Waging war. D. Murder. E. Committing a terrorist act. And F. Conspiracy to commit a terrorist act. The foregoing charge offences constitute extraditable offence within the meaning and scope of the treaty and over which India has jurisdictions, the judge ruled. The judge said that sufficient competent evidence has been presented to establish probable cause that Rana is the individual who has been charged in India and whose extradition has been sought by India in these actions, and that Rana committed the aforementioned offences for which extradition has been sought. It is therefore ordered that Tahawar Hussain Rana be and remain committed to the custody of the United States Marshal pending a final decisions on extraditions and surrendered for the Secretary of State to India for trial of the offences as to which extradition has been granted pursuant to Title 18 United States Code Section 3186 and the treaty, the judge ruled. For ELITETV News channel, contact to the email address info@elitetv.in or 9402890982 and subscribe to ELITETV YouTube channel or follow on Facebook page, Instagram and Twitter for more information about the channel. And now let's take a look at the headlines once again. Minister-led Hawkib calls for separate state, one return to Valley. No land of its own cannot demand separate state or autonomy, May Boing Paumway. And media to cease work if internet ban not lifted, says AMJU and EGM. And that's all for now. For more updates, keep watching ELITETV English News. Thank you and have a great day.